What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates every day on Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. We're going to take a look at our targets. Also, we're going to take a look at areas to watch to see if we're going to go higher, if we're going to go lower, what's going to happen. Definitely stick around for the whole video all the way through as we start from the bigger time frames and move down to the smaller time frames. And don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. It's totally free. Check it out. It's an awesome community, and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. And don't forget, we are doing the Ledger Nano S giveaway on Sunday. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you are subscribed to the channel and you tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Take a second out, hit that like button. It really helps the channel out, and I appreciate it more than you know. And then leave your comment down below, as I will be picking a random comment from a random video throughout the week on Sunday to pick the winners. I will also be doing a second giveaway, which will be a $100 Prime XBT account. It's $100 tradable. You can keep all the profits from trading. So yeah, let's look at the Fear and Greed Index. We're at 43. We raised 4 points from yesterday, still in the fear zone. People are getting a little more bearish now, which tells me that we may be seeing a little pop up before continuing down. In my opinion, again, guys, this is only my opinion, but I will show you where my trades are at and what's going on with that also. Let's take a look at, I'm going to zip through this pretty quick, guys, just to show you. We're still in the macro making lower highs, and this is the trend line here on the monthly, and this is the monthly chart. Around 10,970, let's say 11,000, a break of 11,000, and a close above that in a monthly will be bullish. Then we can take a look at the bullish case. But until then, I'm going to remain bearish. Looking at the monthly, higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI, that is bearish divergence. And I know a lot of people say, well, you show the same charts every time, because the charts don't change. When you're watching a channel that shows you a different chart with a different scenario every day, that's just to get you fused, guys. I'm showing you facts, what I'm seeing, and let's take a look at the weekly. As you guys know, my higher target's up here, but let's take a look at the RSI. This is what matters to me. If we do get another pump up to retest this trend line, I believe it'll be a massive rejection up here. And again, guys, this is the weekly RSI, but I do believe we come back down to retest this trend line on the bottom. And I think that maybe once we touch this line, which could be next year, depending on when we hit it, we could hit it in the next week, 2 weeks, months, whatever. When it does hit, I believe that will be the bottom, and it will be up from there. Again, that's my opinion. A weekly close above this line, then I turn full on bullish. Yep, that's about it with that. Oh yeah, one more thing. Looking at last time we had that dump back here with the breakout, you can see the volume was declining. Let me get that RSI out of the way. See, the volume was declining before we had our big spike and dump. Same thing here, volume's declining while price is going up. I'm expecting a red volume and dump. As in my trades, I am down, as of the time of making this video, $25. I do have 3 shorts in here. And mind you, guys, this is a reward account with $1,000 in it. I get to keep the profits. The profits are about $550 now. I will be giving you a $100 reward, and you'll be able to keep the profits off of any of that. But anyway, as of right now, we have the 55 EMA at 10,550. I would expect a rejection there. Even if we do pass that, we do have the 200 EMA up in this area. But I do have more shorts in here. I have one at 10,599 and then one at 10,730 if we do manage to get up that high. And I have my stops at 10,900. These are on low leverage, guys. So if you're trading, I don't suggest high leverage. But I am going to leave a Prime XBT tutorial up top if you are interested in margin trading. And you can use my promo code Savy50. That'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit up to 1 Bitcoin. Savy25 will get you 25% off of all your fees. Cool thing about Prime is you can trade Bitcoin, EOS, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, all the Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, all within this one exchange, which makes it the one-stop shop. And like I said, I really trust these guys. I don't see a bunch of scam wicks. But yeah, you can trade all that stuff on margin. So check it out if you haven't already. And let's look at the DXY. We talked about this last Friday, a break of this, and that would start our downfall, which we have broken out there. And this is my target, 95.86. Now, that's not to say we can't come down all the way back down to test the old resistance as new support around the 93.54. That's possible, so keep an eye on that. But either way, we've already broken out of this. Unless we break back below this, I do not see Bitcoin doing a major pump at all. Looking at the daily, we've been looking at this as a rising broadening wedge, which we dropped out of, and our measured move of that is somewhere in the $3,500 to $3,800 range. That is a CME gap down there on the 8-hour. Not to say it has to close, guys, but definitely be aware of it. And then we have this trend line here around 9,900. A break of that, then I would be looking to come down and test this area here, depending on when it hit here, somewhere in the 7,000s. And let's take a look at, and that could end up being around our Fibonacci retracement level here too. So keep an eye on that. Also, we were looking at this as a rising wedge, which we broke out of. Looked like we were going to come up and test the top. Not so confident that that's going to test the top anymore. Let's take a look at another look at the daily. Been looking at these white dash trend lines as a rising broadening wedge. Same thing, right around 9,900 is the support down here, which will also come close to the 200 EMA. 200 EMA is around the 9,800. I do see us, if we break that, most likely coming down to this range. That measured move is 6,500. But remember, we have our CME future, or I'm sorry. Wow. Remember, we have our Fibonacci golden pocket zone down here between 6,850 and 7,100. We are going to take a look at those real quick. The Fibonacci retracements, first one up here, 10,464, which we've been lingering around the last few days. That 10,500 resistance. If we do get a break above that, we have this $11,000 long-term resistance line right here, which we got rejected off the last time. We had a bull trap going above it here. That's the highest I see us going, guys, is at 11,000 or 11,000. If we go above that, then I will change over to looking more bullish. But until then, I am expecting these. But anyways, we also have the 0.382 fib at 9,200. That is actually my next target, around 9,200. If that does not hold, then we're looking at the 0.5 fib around 8150, and then the golden pocket zone. If this 6,500, if we do manage to break through the golden pocket, get to the 6,500, that does not hold, be looking for the 0.786 at 5681, and then of course the CME futures gap down in this area. Let's take a look at the RSI in that daily. We've been talking about, this is where I think we're at. This does seem to be playing out as a fractal. As you can see, we came down here. Didn't quite get into the oversold, had our bounce up, fake out, and slam down. I believe that's what this was right here, and we are going to continue our slam down. If we zoom in here, this is the daily. It does look like we are making a head and shoulders on the RSI. So if you put in a trend line like so, the next time we break this and close below it in the daily RSI, most likely it's going to get ugly really fast. All right, this is the chart I've been talking about. This is where I think we're at. A break of this high right here, which would be the 11,165. If we break that, that would that'd make me think that possibly this is not going to happen. But until then, this is what I'm looking at. And if we look at it in the RSI, let me move this up a little bit. Same thing. This is what I believe we're going to see in the RSI if this plays out. Like I said, a break of 11,060, and we may not be seeing that. But as of right now, everything seems to be playing out beautifully. Let's Go down here. Oh, this is my wife's webpage, inkyourimage.com. A lot of people bitch about me putting this up here, but it is my channel. I do give you guys a lot of free info. And this is my wife's webpage. So, of course, she supports your wife. And she makes quality stuff, guys. Check it out. There is a lot of cool crypto stuff on here. She can put anything you want, though. Family pictures, whatever. If you have gift ideas, just hit her up in the contact. She can hook it up for you. All right, here's another look at that same thing. And let's put a circle around these right here and right here. You can see how they look just almost identical. And we see what happened over here on this one. So a break of this low here, 10,171. Most likely we're going to be heading towards the 92 area. But again, we could come back up here, fake some people out before continuing down. Yep, let's look at this real quick. It does look like we're most likely going to come back down to this area and retest this trend line. That could be down in that 92 area, somewhere in there. And let's take a look at the 1 hour, then we'll go into Litecoin and Ethereum. So you guys know we were watching this rising channel, which we fell out of. The target of that's around the 9,700, which would close the 9,700 gap. Now let's take a look at some other targets in here. And actually, like I said, a break of this high here, that 11,000, actually on here we're at 11,180, somewhere in there. A break of that high will, we'll just disqualify this whole view that I'm showing you. But let's take a look at when we broke out of this rising channel here. We had our target of 10,198, which we did hit. Get this out of the way and look at our next target. And that's looking at this as a flagpole. This being let me zoom in a little bit, a bear flag here. And a break of that would get us down to that. Look at that, 9,700. I would expect a bounce here, guys, at the 9,700 at least, because a lot of people expect the gap to be closed. But another thing you got to watch for, when we get down here, so many people will probably try to long that gap that we may see a long squeeze and just continue down. And what would that get us? Let's take a look. Looking at this as a bear flag here, if we put this over to where we broke down from there, gets us around the $9,000 area. Keep an eye on these areas, guys. Definitely, obviously, 10,000 will probably have some psychological bounce there. But as of right now, I'm still bearish. Let's take a look at Litecoin. So Litecoin, we broke this rising channel. Our target is 38.62. I am still looking for that. Let's zoom in real quick and see what the highest I see it's going for Litecoin would be right around the $50 range, which would also line up with the 4-hour 200 EMA. That is the highest. A break of that, then, like I said, then everything would start to look a little more bullish. But we do have the 55 EMA right here at 46.70. Let's take a look at the break of this falling channel. We had a measured move of 43.73. We made it all the way down to 41.54. We are back above it now. We are getting rejected as of right now in the 21 EMA. We'll see how this plays out. Like I said, watch for the 55 EMA at 46.70. But our next target ultimately is 38.62 unless we cross the 50. We have also can look at this as a flagpole. This is a bear flag that we already broke. If we put the measured move up here, bring it to where we broke down, $32 Litecoin. Move on to Ethereum. So on Ethereum, rising broadening wedge, we had a measured move of 246. Still looking for that. We also had the measured move looking at the rising channel here with the break of that at 30 or 332, which we hit exactly. Coming back up to retest this trend line here is going to get us around 391. That's the highest. I go bullish after a break of that. Don't think it's going to happen. We have the 200 EMA at 372. We have the 55 EMA at 362. But guys, I am looking at this also. Like I said, 246 is my next target here. And if we look at this as a flagpole, this is bear flag. could make it all the way down to the $200 range. And of course, we would have to reevaluate after that point. But as you can see, we're looking just like we looked over here in March, getting this spike up before continuing down. Yeah, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you take a second out, hit the like button, and leave your comment down below to get you entered to win Ledger Nano S or the $100 Prime XBT account. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm out of here. Have a great day.